original second base to outfield. What do you think about the possibility of Jose moving there?
Well, I mean, whatever. Jose's going to do whatever the team needs him to do, and he's a great athlete. So he's given it ample enough time to if it is going to happen and become fruition, then he'll have enough time in spring training to become good at it.
There's a scene in Moneyball where Scott Hatterberg is, hey, first base should be easy, and then the character who plays Ron Washington says, no, it's incredibly difficult. Is outfield difficult, and what, in your experience, how much of an adjustment was it for you?
Well, okay, so you got to remember, for me, I went to center field and played there a full season, and then I played there just about a half a season, and then I got moved over because Beltran came in. So I figured it was going to be pretty much the same, and it wasn't the same at all. So it's totally different. The angles are different. The way the ball comes off the bat's different. So I was a little bit in a culture shock when I went over there thinking that it was going to be the same, but it wasn't. But if I had enough time in spring training, it would have been, the adjustment would have been fine. But it's just, again, the outfield is, you get some good outfield coaches, and he'll figure it all out.
What was the transition like, though, for you going from an infielder going to outfield?
It's just probably the running part of it, the running and throwing aspect of the game, whatever, because it's a totally different throw where if you're a catcher, you're a second baseman, it's a short arm throw. And training for running wise is kind of short spurts, so it's kind of like 5 or 6, 7 steps as an infielder. Now in the outfield, it's like 30, 40 different steps. So I trained totally different when I was going to the outfield than I did as an infielder, just the conditioning wise.
When you made the move to left field, what was the biggest difference, even from center field?
What was the biggest difference?
Yeah.
Just the speed of the game a little bit, again, just because it's Minute Maid and the wall is closer, so the ball gets on you closer and faster and quicker. So that was kind of probably the biggest adjustment in what the ball does quicker. Where center field, it's true. Balls come at you true, they're straight. They'll rise a little bit, but on the corners, they start doing funky different stuff out there.
How long did you feel like it took you to, I guess, adjust to the angle, the different reads you had to make off the bat?
Well, I was only there about a half a year, so I mean, then I went back to second, so it was kind of like I went back home again, so it was good. But it was, again, there's just there's just this. You just need to go play it and get out there and get acclimated to it as quick as you can, and if it is going to happen, then you'll have enough time in spring training to take care of all that.
So, Craig, you're part of the legacy of second base in Houston. Joe Morgan, Jose Altuve, yourself, just some great stars. I noticed your retired number is the only one with a special symbol on it, the Sunshine Kids. Tell us about your work with that as you continue that today, because I know that's been very near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, the Sunshine Kids I've been national spokesman for them for a long time, and we've been together relationship-wise for 35 plus years, and they're part of my family as I am theirs, and it's a relationship that as long as I'm above ground, and we're going to always continue it. And I can't thank enough the people here in Houston for the support that they've given us for over the last 35 plus years, because it all has an impact and has an effect on them, and I've got relationships with them that I'll have the rest of my lives, and so yeah, it's been a blessing from have the opportunity to be a part of them.
Have you talked to Jose or had any conversations with him about it, or?
No, that's between him and the team. I mean, whatever's going to happen, we still got to see how this thing plays out, and I'm sure that him and Joe have already worked through some things, and then once, if it comes to it, then go full throttle and try to figure it all out.
What kind of advice, though, too, would you give him, going from that transition?
Well, he's going to have to go work at it. I mean, it's just you're so used to playing an infield position. It's a lot different when you go to the outfield, just what the ball does. So he's just going to have to put the time and the effort into it, and I'm not worried about that, because he's done that his whole career, and he's a special athlete that can do a lot of different things on the baseball field. So he'll pick it up real quick.
How cognizant were you of the walls?
The wall?
Yeah.
I mean, it's there. I didn't really know that they were steel, like where the things were steel. And then one time I don't know how I didn't break my wrist, because it went through the number. And if I would have moved it over like that much, I would have broke my wrist. But it was just kind of like, I'm aware of it now, but at the time I really wasn't aware of it as much. But it's you'll figure it out. You'll figure out all your angles and all your adjustments and with the ball. You never know what the ball is going to do off that thing anyway at times. So
last thing is just what was your reaction when you learned that Billy Wagner had gotten there?
Well, we were. I mean, you know, I couldn't. I knew his phone was going to be blown up. I knew that, you know, he's an emotional guy, and you got to understand, you're on the ballot for the last time, your last year. It's hard waiting that long, and you know, and then all of a sudden you get that phone call, get another teammate in there. It's beyond special. It's something that you know, we had a lot of great teams here with a lot of great players, and it's really nice to see. You know, Houston Astros get the credit it deserves, and having some guys in the Hall of Fame, which is really special.